Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christian Bowler, and you may not know who I am, but I'm very excited because I'm going to be attending the Dota 2 Internationals in the coming week. And I'm very excited because I almost didn't get to go, but there's also a lot of other people who didn't have the chance to go. So I'm thinking about doing something a little special. I'm thinking about going ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and record a day-to-day documentary of what it's like to go to the International. This series is going to go ahead and just film whatever it is I come across. I have no idea what to expect, and I'm not sure that most people do when they go to something like this. This is the first time. I've never been to the International, but I'm hoping that in the coming week, this series and the trip itself is going to lead to a very special experience for both you and me to witness as we watch the Dota 2 playoffs. So without further ado, let's get started. So, day zero of the trip, I'm still in good old Ohio. I live around the Cincinnati area. I don't exactly live in Cincinnati. You know, the trip to Seattle is part of the trip. So if you're just looking for international footage, you're not going to probably get it today. I do know that the actual flying experience is something that some people haven't gone through. I personally found myself, but I've never really done a trip alone before. So, you know, it's always been with friends or family. But I have 10 hours of travel to look forward to, so that'll be something. I just pulled into the terminal parking garage. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I've done this before, but I don't really know if this is long-term parking or not. But I have a ticket now, so I'm hoping that when I get back, it's not $1,000. I guess we'll find out. Turns out, short-term parking. I just asked somebody. So, if I would have stayed here, wouldn't have been a fun experience. Get to find the long-term parking. Now, why do they have short-term parking at an airport? Why don't they just have a driveway to the terminal? I don't get it. Don't understand. Whatever. Well, I seem to have found my destination at the clearly marked long-term parking lot. Shown here. I promise I'm not a dumbass. Alright, guy at the gate said turn right between 21 and 22. Seems like it's a ways off. Also, I have a ticket. Probably shouldn't lose that. Right between 21 and 22. Past the CBG bus. These are the things that will take you to the airport. And find a parking space somewhere. Found one. Alright. It's currently 10:30. My flight leaves at 12. Hopefully that's enough time to get through airport security and to, actually make it to the terminal. Gather up all my recording equipment here and we'll be on our way.
You got your cell phone, car keys, car's all locked up?
You know what? I don't have my car keys because I'm a dumbass. That wouldn't have been good. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Well, I guess, yeah, it doesn't hurt you, does it? Very nice, lady. Thank you. Got my bag and everything for me. Very nice, lady.
Because I just used key parts. Like one, it says a smile changes everything. And I don't even remember what story was detailing about that, why I said that. Then there was another one, it says I was speechless, and it's hard to make me speechless, and that's all it says. Well, they should have just let the whole story roll on that one because it was, I picked up 2 older ladies and I do everybody the same way. You've got your keys, car's locked up, cell phones. And the one lady looked at me and she goes, now where were you earlier this morning when I really needed you? I had to turn around because she forgot her teeth. Well, what do you say to that? I'm usually quick on my toes, but I had nothing to say to that. I just let it be. I think the funniest story they'll ever be doing this job, I had just started working here. I wasn't here long. This has been years ago. I picked up one guy. He was in a little Mini Cooper, and he was different looking anyway. I thought that's the nicest way to say it. Well, it was just me and him. They had cleared me to go, so I left out the gate. So he's sitting right there in the front, and this we had our older buses then. And he just comes out of the blue and says, well, I hope they don't say anything about my bag. And I was like, well, why would they say anything about your bag? And he's like, well, I have a severed head in here. And I was like, so I inch close to the door, and I'm thinking, you can have this bus, and I'm just going to tuck and roll. And it felt, I know it was only like 5 seconds, but it felt like 5 minutes before he reiterated that he was going to a Halloween costume contest in New York. And I'm thinking, you could have started off with that part before you say that, you know, you have a severed head in your bag. But I was ready to jump. And I'm an ex-correctional officer. It takes a lot to get me to that point where I'm creeped out. But yeah, I was ready to just let him have the bus.
It's just the nature of it.
Okay.
I mean, if you wanted to take pictures of somebody, we can let you take a quick picture of that, but you just can't go around filming stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, that's no big deal. Thank you very much.
All right, for security reasons, I'm not able to film inside of the airport, so I'm going to go ahead and put this through, and next time you see footage will be the next time that I am able to film something. So, time to go through some airport security.
That looks like this. Exit row information is on the back. You got. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know. Is that okay with everyone right now?
Yep.
Good? Okay.
All right, thank you very much.
Just make sure your bag, can you get your bag to go up under there just a little bit more? Sure. Do that. They stow all bags. Make sure all the seatbelts are fastened, tray tables.
to show us where the local time is 1:18. For safety, please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened. Keep the out clear until we're parked at the gate. The captain will turn off the fasten seatbelt.
If you look around here, this looks like a fairly normal restaurant, but if you look out the window, you'll notice that we are still in the terminal. And if you look all the way down there, right at the very end, you can just make out about halfway where my plane touched down at. This place is absolutely massive.
The dog is going to be dressed up just like the bridal party. I guess its little dog's name is Abby, and I guess she's going to have the same outfit on like the groomsmen, like seersucker suit with bow ties, and then she's going to have all kinds of artificial jewelry around the neck, and that little dog is so cute you wouldn't believe it.
This is for the wedding?
Yeah, he's going to be in the wedding. That's what I heard.
Gonna be the best man. They're gonna put the ring on the pillow on the back.
Well, I don't know if the dog is going to do it, but I can't wait to see it. It's going to be fun.
So you live in Seattle, or?
No, I live in North Carolina.
North Carolina? Oh, so okay.
I live in a small town, yeah, in Hendersonville. That's by Asheville.
Nice.
I'm not lived there my life. I just lived there the last 10 years because I moved out from Minneapolis because it was so cold. I retired in that little town.
Yeah, I'm from Ohio myself. So
Yeah. Well, it's kind of, but this summer it's been brutal. It's awful with that heat.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. So can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Have you been hearing about anything that's going on in Seattle lately, the city?
The city of Seattle? No, not really. What's going on? I know a lot where I live, but not in Seattle. What's going on there?
I'm going to Seattle to watch a video game competition.
Oh, really? How fun.
You've ever heard of the game Dota 2?
I heard it. Is this something like what people, you know, my grandsons, I got another one, they used to do these things. I think Nicholas does something with video stuff, like competition, competitive stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he does. That's my other grandson. But I don't know too much about it. Is it a whole week?
It's a week.
A week, that's what I saw. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, that's great. Wow, this is interesting. You are in the right business. But that's the thing of the future. Everything like that, that's how it goes. Information age and all this, you know. People, you just have to get with it. I mean, even if you're older, you have to get with it. Some people don't, you know, they don't even read the papers anymore. They just, you know, you have to really get with technology, you know. It's really cool stuff. There's coolest stuff around. I can't believe it.
There's a lot of things that have been coming out lately. Have you heard of the Oculus Rift by chance?
No, what is that?
It's a virtual reality headset.
Really? Wow. That should be. And now, can people do their own, or is it something they can create, or is that already created?
It's currently in development, but there are development kits you can go for. I haven't tried it myself either. I'm just curious.
So actually, people could make this a reality show, and they could, and that's all set up so they can do the whole thing themselves. It's like you're making a movie. Basically, that's what it is, right?
It's virtual reality. It's the 3D.
Wow.
Like, you know, the glasses you put on and it makes it look like they're into the.
Oh, but that type of stuff. Wow, that is amazing. It's putting it like outer space, you know. It's out of my brain, I think. That's
Thank you for your time. This will be very interesting. I'm sure a lot of people are going to like this.
I bet.
If you look down the center here, you'll notice just how far exactly this goes. It goes for a ways. And there are more shops lining this hall, it's kind of hard to see from here, than there are in my mall from around where I'm at. And there's 5 more of these around the entire airport. And there is a lot of people here. Next stop is Seattle.
Thanks for waiting, Zone 1. Your welcome aboard to the main boarding lane, U.S. Airways Swing 2053.
So I was lying. We were in the plane for an hour and a half, and now we had to get off because the toilets are broken, of all things. So I did, however, happen to find some additional people on the plane who also happen to be going to Seattle. Figured we'll go ahead and ask some questions about that.
I am from Colombia. I have been planning this trip since December last year because I really knew that TI-4 was already disappointing, but I had a feeling that TI-5 was going to be the best one of all. I had a very difficult time to get a ticket, but I got it finally, and I'm really excited to see either EG or Cloud9 making champs.
So you're rooting for EG and Cloud9?
EG or Cloud9. Whoever gets to top 2, top 3.
So if it's both, you're clearly...
Well, as long as the final does not include a Chinese team, I'm okay with it.
All right. And what about yourself?
I'm from Thomasville, North Carolina. Went to TI-4, had a great time. Finals a little disappointing. I actually got to talk with the producer of TI-4 right before the after party. They said there's a lot of stuff they didn't get to do just because they thought it was a little too risky. So hopefully they'll bring that stuff out this year and it'll be quite awesome.
So you've been to the International before. What should I expect? Because I've never been.
So I think it's going to be a really different experience this year because last year you had the whole fun secret shop line experience still. And so mostly is going away because of pre-orders, hopefully.
You were talking about the secret shop. Someone that when TI-4, he said that the line rounded the whole venue.
Okay, so
it
was a little crazy. So last year I got to the secret shop line around, not secret shop line, excuse me. We got the first day of TI, got there at, I think the first bus that was available, I got us there at like 6:30. I think the gates opened at 9, so quite a wait.
6:30 a.m.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And it took me...
Don't talk minutes, talk about hours. I know.
Yeah, it was hours. Yeah, I think it wasn't too long, maybe a few hours. I was still in line when they were doing opening ceremony, but so yeah, about an hour.
Well, to wrap this up, I want to note that I actually managed to find out this guy is the moderator of the Mix subreddit. So if you want to know who to blame for that nonsense, here he is. Yeah, just kidding. I've been there before. Did you make the subreddit?
I did, yeah.
Oh.
I just modeled it off the. Have you seen the G subreddit?
I haven't.
It's just a lot of people posting Gs. So whatever, just nix.
Ladies and gentlemen, the boarding area gateway C15, I need your attention. U.S. Airways 2017-10. Mechanics have told us that this aircraft is not going. We are in the process of finding another aircraft. Operations will notify us here at Gateway C15 when we get that information. In the interim, those passengers that have
So, finally, after a layover, a 3-hour flight delay, and a 5-hour flight, we are finally at the Seattle airport. It looks just like the outside of any airport terminal I've ever been in, but it's still fairly interesting to look at here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try and find a cab because I didn't actually plan on how I'm going to get to my destination, but I'm hoping that it works like every other airport in the world does, and I'll just be able to take a cab right to wherever I need to go. 52 bucks. Taxis are expensive. All right, well, there's the front door of the hostel. Never been to a hostel before, so time to figure out what this is all about. Good morning. I am not good at mornings. But Simon and Garfunkel is playing, so that's good. So I cheated a little last night. I wasn't actually able to get footage of the hostage because it was lights out in the room. Frankly, I was exhausted, and I know that technically it's now Sunday, and this turned into a 2-day video. But, you know, it's before the International, so it's basically still day 0. Going to give a little quick tour of where I'll be staying at for the night. It's the very nice, friendly manager there. Very cool guy. And if we take a left, go ahead and get a nice view of the kitchen area here. This is where you can stuff all the food that you haven't eaten out in the city. Nice little fan going in the background. And then if we go ahead and we head upstairs, I'm going to go ahead and get a nice little shot of the room that I'm staying in. Now there are still some people in there that are sleeping, so I'm just going to go ahead and get a quiet shot of that, not say anything. And it's a lot better than I expected it to be. Still hostile, you know, bunk beds, but I figured it would be a lot more crowded than this. Maybe I just got lucky, I don't know. Here is the room, and here is the key. If I put it in the right way, that might help. There we go. And nice and quiet. So that concludes day 0/0.5 of the trip out. Already a lot more has happened than I thought would. And there's a lot to run around and do in Seattle, but frankly I have a lot of videos to put together, and it's probably going to take a while. I want to get it out because I have a schedule to keep, and I am less and less believing that I'm going to keep that schedule, but I'm going to try. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Now I gotta go and piece this stuff together. Hopefully there's no problems. See you.